What's happening, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode, this time of 7 Days to Die. That's right, we're covering it, we are checking out 7 Days to Die. Version 2.0 Storm Brewing status update. Hey survivors, Storm Brewing version 2.0 update. We're targeted for an April 15th experimental Steam release update. Has been delayed, people. It's been delayed several weeks. So if you have it on Steam and you're going to play the experimental version of this, unfortunately, yeah, we're gonna have to wait. They haven't given a date of how far it's been delayed, so they just say weeks. It could be 1 week, could be 2 weeks, who knows, man. We're just gonna have to wait to find out. But wait, there's more new enemies, as well as the new dynamic severe storm system will make it into the new update. So that's good. So even though it's been delayed, at least we're going to have new enemies and the new storm systems, which you can see a little bit of a picture right here, mate, of what that new storm system is going to look like. If that's what it looks like, it's going to be quite interesting. It's going to add a lot of new, new look to the game, mate. It's going to add a whole new look to the game. It's going to look really, really good. Biome progression, elemental survival. Prepare to face the elements like never before. Conquer the tough biomes in manageable chunks. Unlock permanent survival in the harshest environments. And craft temporary buffs to push your limits. This is survival refined. So looks like they've changed a bunch of the survival in the game and made it more difficult once again. If it wasn't already hard enough as it is, they've now made it more. But it just adds to the game. That's all it does. It just adds to the game. So I'm all for this. I reckon it's going to be pretty cool. Progression through each biome will increase with increased threats, levels, and challenges. Smoke, heat, cold, and radiation damage. Remedies and survival. So that's actually pretty cool that they've added in a whole bunch of new things here. It's actually going to be pretty mad when I think about it. The more I think about it, the better it actually sounds. Craft consumables to increase your temporary biome elements resistance. Complete challenges to unlock permanent biome element hazard immunity. That's insane, mate. That's actually insane. That's good that you can get stuff that'll permanently make you good in these biomes. Progressive biome maximum loot caps. Oh, wow. Okay. Maximum loot caps to encourage exploration. So no more just hanging out in that one little town, running around, just doing the same old missions over and over again. You're now having to leave that area or that biome and go into a whole new biome because you got capped, mate. You're being capped out. That's insane. That's insane. Game options will be available for custom and classic playstyles. So all those people that don't like that and they don't like the things that they're adding into it, you can still play the custom, your classic way, or customize it to add little bits and pieces that you want, which is also good. I'm glad they do that, because it's never good when you're just stuck in one way. If you don't like it, at least you can get rid of it. New HUD and player element, VFX and sound effects. So that's pretty cool. So that means that that there's going to be new VFX on your HUD. So new things popping up. I'd say the new cold and things like that. That's pretty cool. Severe new biomes. Several new biome zombies are coming to 2.0, including the Desert Plague Spitter and the Snow Frost Crawl, which I would say, if you go over to X and go to the official web thing on X, you'll see this fella right here, mate. I'd say this is the snow crawl or whatever it is. Snow claw. Whatever his name is, mate. This is what's going to be popping up at your house in the snow. And because you can no longer stay in one biome, you will have to come against this guy, mate. You will have to come up against him. That is insane. That is mad. Okay, so let's continue. A completely new, unique behaviors as well. So all those traps that you've made before, these new creatures or new zombie types, I suppose, they're gonna be, yeah, you're gonna have to recalibrate for their behaviors and hope that your old systems work, mate. It's gonna be interesting to find out what they do and like how you can fight against them. Everything has a weakness, everything has a weakness. Dynamic severe storms on top of the new biome elemental survivals. We have added new dynamic severe storm systems. Dynamic severe storm force players to take or build shelter. So that's pretty mad, mate. That's pretty mad. I'm not, and because they say storms, it's not just a storm. So obviously they're gonna have snowstorms. They probably have lightning storms. I'd say they might have like heat storms as well. So you're gonna have to get out of the sun, get out of the lightning. I'd say maybe get hit by lightning. Who knows, man? It's gonna be, oh, this sounds mad. Actually, this sounds mad. Update 2.0 will feature unique storm types per biome. Wow, okay, so each biome will obviously have their own thing. I'd say the standard one would probably have your normal storms like lightning and stuff. And obviously, in your snow, you're going to have just blizzards. And out in the desert, you'll have like your heat waves. You're going to have your heat waves. Rain and light snow still exist but are not hazardous. Perks, updates, and rebalancing. Okay, so they're redoing your perks, mate. They're redoing them. We added brand new general tab. Unlocks a whole new level of customization. Plus, we've filled in those empty slots in your tribute list with exciting new perks. All attributes have 10 perks with new and improved perks. Each perks have 5 levels. New mastery perks set for each aptitude. I don't know that word, mate. Whatever it is. Moved some perks to a general perks tab without aptitudes requirements. All right. Sledgehammer Saga. We've added new books series for the Sledgehammer weapon class. Okay, so got a whole new book series. That's pretty mad. New higher game stage zombies. Get ready for a whole new level of zombie mayhem. Oh yes, that's what we're talking about, people. All new zombies, similar to the current green radiated zombies. We've added a whole new higher tier game staged charged blue zombies. All right, here we go. And Infernal orange zombies. So I'd say you charge blue ones, you're probably going to get out in the blue in your snow area. That's what it makes sense to me, that you're going to find them in your snow area, and probably your infernal orange zombies, which are probably on fire and may even add fire damage. So that could be something interesting there too. Who knows? That's just speculating there, mate. I'm just speculating. Who knows? But that's pretty mad. I'll say you'd find them out in the desert. I can't say that they are, but that's what it sounds like to me. Groups with new behaviors incoming. So once again, some more new behaviors that we need to look out for on these new systems. These new attributes will intensify the later game experience. So if you think 7 Days to Die, you think you're good at it, mate, you think you know how to play it, think again. Trees and foliage update. Majority of trees have been optimized to run on the same speed shader for a performance boost and reduce draw calls on many. So it looks like they've added new performance to the trees, which will be really good. It's just going to make the performance of the game a much, much better. The burnt and wasteland trees have been redone with a greatly improved look. So all those trees out there, they're going to look cool. Going to bring it up to date, I would say, and make it look a lot better. We have added a new sub-biome foliage system, which allows for clearings and thick foliage forests. Wow, okay. With lower growing plants on the perimeters of such of much more believable look. Okay, so it's going to look better. It's going to look more like your other survival games where, yeah, it's going to be mad, mate. It's going to be mad without sacrificing performance. And that's one good thing as well. For them to be able to do this, add in better looking forests and thicker, diverse forests without sacrificing your performance, that's what's going to make the difference there, you know? I've seen a lot of other games that are out there that keep adding and adding and adding, but they don't fix the performance. So it's good to see that they're doing that while they're adding, which is fantastic. Crawl out zombies. Here we go. Here we go. We have added functionality to allow zombies to spawn and crawl out of small 1 meter spaces with crawl under tight areas. Interesting. We have improved the tools for spawning and respawning enemies and reworked many of the larger POIs to take full advantage of maintaining the challenge while improving the performance. Wow. That's mad, man. That's mad. Navigame has gotten a makeover. So that's that map, Navigame. Anyone who doesn't know that, that is the map. Works seamlessly with the new biomes, progression, element system, biome boundaries, and trade POIs, positions, updates to improve travel time and flow to and from POIs townships. Okay, that was a lot of words, but that sounds mad. POIs, the world is expanding. So not only they're adding new zombies, new weather systems, but they're expanding the world. Wow. We're aiming for a whopping new 50 new points of interest. That's insane. If they actually bring that in, that's crazy. Adding even more depth and variety to your world. So once again, all those players that have played it 100 million times, the game is getting completely different. It's completely changing. That's crazy. We've added a greater variety of POIs from wilderness. We've added more performance, basically. We've also updated some of the more demanding POIs to perform better. These sneaky zombies are now using crawl outs to surprise you. Watch out. Okay, so once again, they're adding more performance, which is fantastic. And these sneaky zombies, man, these are going to catch you out. These are going to catch you out. All those players that know these POIs back to front, inside out, they'll be running through, doing the usual things, and you're going to have these little 1 meter spaces, which is like those little blocks where you usually break them open and you find like a box or something behind it. Sometimes on your missions, and you're going out and you like on your fetch mission, and it'll be in that little 1 meter space. Expect a sneaky zombie to come crawling out of there, mate. That's mad. Oh, that's going to be cool. That's going to add a lot of new jump scares and interest into the game. We've added individual footsteps, making the world feel more alive and immersive than ever, which is going to be pretty cool. When you're in the rooms and stuff, you're going to hear it walking around, and yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. Zombie audio for new biome zombies. So obviously the 2 new biome zombies, and I'd say the new colors as well, will have new sound effects. That's also mad. Clothing, cosmetics option. Okay, so that's more of a Twitch thing. Random gen improvements. Wilderness spawning has been improved, allowing a lot more wilderness POIs to spawn under their spawn locations. Have better and random positionings. Okay, it's pretty mad. Our wilderness road placement has been improved. So once again, they've improved the roads. They already did an improvement on the last time to make them more realistic. And obviously they've done better at doing that as well. Let's just switch over here real quick. A new quest marker system. We've added a new quest marker that displays custom quest flag types per quest. Oh, wow. That is excellent. Just on the weekend, I was playing this game, and there was two of us playing it, and we both doing two separate quests. When we did that, the quest markers came up, and I ran out and I looked at it, and I seen the two quest markers, and I'm like, well, which one's mine? Like, you know what I mean? Which one's mine? I couldn't figure out which one was mine. Luckily, I went to the right one. However, I did think at that time that it would be good if they had separate markers, and there you go, they fixed it. Mate, that's mad. Spawn near friends. This is another thing that was on the weekend we found out, and is mad that they've done. Starting a new save, choose a friend to spawn near for ultimate teamwork. So now you can spawn right next to each other, instead of spawning miles away. Hopefully you can choose to either have that or not have that, because in PvP situations that ain't going to be good. But yeah, if you know, when you're playing together, if you could spawn at the same spot and work together, that would be mad. We've added a handy button to go back to the main menus before joining a game. No more getting stuck. Okay, I'm not too sure what that is, but yeah, I don't think I've ever got stuck before, but whatever. Crossplay on dedicated servers. We will not know officially if consoles can play on dedicated servers until it passes cert on each platform. Fingers crossed. So there you go, mate. Crossplay on dedicated servers looks like it's maybe coming to console. So that is insane. Well, that's pretty much all that we got for you there. That's actually really good. There's a lot of new stuff coming in version 2.0 for 7 Days to Die. Hopefully this will bring a lot of players back into the game. And yeah, it's definitely going to bring me back. And if you want to see a playthrough with us on the channel on this game, make sure you're smashing that like button, people. Hitting the subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. See you later.